Peace of God be with you. Welcome everybody. We welcome you and our viewers. Today's subject is the astronomical codes and the sky gates that are mentioned in the Holy Quran and its scientific explanation. We will read some verses, then our search begins.
Okay.
We will analyze one verse of the book, what it's telling. It's telling, if we open them a gate from heaven and they continue to ascend, it's speaking about a gate in heaven. Is this possible? We will analyze after. لو فتحنا عليهم بابا, a door in the sky, we will see if it's true, if there is a gate. We will see a small video from NASA explaining about the gates that are in the sky.
NASA tackles some of the greatest problems faced by mankind. But its reputation for achieving the impossible also creates unease among those who do not trust the United States government. On December 9th, 2009, the people of Norway are preparing for the historic arrival of President Barack Obama. But for the inhabitants of one northern town, the day will be remembered for a very different reason.
It's just before sunrise. People are getting ready to go out and take the kids to school. Suddenly they see a strange light rising in the east behind the mountain.
News of the weird light in the mountains spreads fast.
People were running around asking each other, what the hell is this thing?
As the stunned residents look on, the phenomenon morphs from a simple glowing beam into a twisting vortex of light. Within a few seconds, a giant spiral hundreds of miles wide dominates the pre-dawn skies. Witnesses are still trying to understand what they're seeing, when without warning, it disappears.
As people watch this amazing sight, suddenly a black hole appears in the middle and swallows the entire apparition. It's one of the most incredible things that the people had ever seen.
Dozens of videos and photos of the sighting soon emerge from witnesses as far away as Sweden. It becomes known as the spiral anomaly.
Many observers declare this event an elaborate hoax. No natural phenomenon could create such a perfect shape in the sky. But as more and more eyewitness accounts emerge, it soon becomes clear this is a genuine mystery.
One theory emerges that the spiral could be nothing more than an extreme form of aurora borealis, or northern lights.
If you lived in Norway, you're used to seeing shimmering curtains of green and pink in the sky. You're not used to seeing a big spiral in the sky.
People in Norway know what the northern lights look like. This wasn't it.
With natural phenomena ruled out as a possible cause, Norwegians start to suspect the involvement of Russian military forces across the nearby border.
Russia flatly denies all knowledge of any strange cloud or beam of light. So that begs the question, what the heck is this thing?
Okay, we watched a small video that happened, a phenomenon over the Norwegian region. 100-mile, a gateway opened in the heaven. Somebody tell it's Russian rocket. Russian rocket, it doesn't makes like a spiral and in diameter of 100 miles. And it must be something, it's aurora borealis. No, aurora borealis doesn't make something. It's something, it's unexplainable. What's happening? We will watch another video after we will comment on it. This is the strange phenomenon in the sky. We will see another verse from the book And we see again what it's written. And the heaven is open and become gateways. Again, it's written that in heaven there is gates open in the heaven. We will see another verse also. Then we will watch the video. And it's written, God knows what comes from the sky and what ascends from the gates. God knows everything. Even if somebody passes through the wormhole, God knows about it. Okay, we will watch a scientific explanation from NASA also. After, we will comment on it. Scientists found hidden portals in the Earth's magnetic field that open. There is in the atmosphere. This is proven. This reportage is NASA has labeled it the portals, and he's sending probes to analyze it. We will watch what they. The portals can be opened by the magnetic reconnection. We will watch this scientific video. They were never before knew about this. They are experimenting. This is what they saw. This is another video. What they saw in the Norwegian region. This is from other, look at gateway.
Hidden magnetic portals around Earth. Presented by Science at NASA.
A favorite theme of science fiction is the portal, an extraordinary opening in space or time that connects travelers to distant realms. A good portal is a shortcut, a guide, a door into the unknown. If only they actually existed. It turns out that they do, sort of. And a NASA-funded researcher at the University of Iowa has figured out how to find them. We call them X-points, or electron diffusion regions, explains plasma physicist Jack Scudder of the University of Iowa. They're places where the magnetic field of Earth connects to the magnetic field of the Sun.
Creating an uninterrupted path leading from our home.
Okay, I cut this video to show you. This is the magnetic field of the Earth. When solar flares are coming, it's deflected by the magnetic field. If we didn't have magnetic field, we will be fried. Our only defense, this is the magnetic field, which is called Van Allen belts. Another episode we will speak about this, because this is very important matter.
It means ozone?
No, not ozone. Ozone is very thin, 5 centimeters. This is about 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 kilometer diameter. It's Van Allen belts. This is made by the magnetic field of the Earth.
Excuse me, diameter or thickness? 10,000.
Diameter.
One planet to the Sun's atmosphere 93 million miles away. Observations by NASA's Themis spacecraft and Europe's cluster probes suggest that it's called, the ozone is a layer. This is magnetosphere. It's a layer on its own.
Suggests that these magnetic portals open and close dozens of times each day. They're typically located a few tens of thousands of kilometers from Earth, where the geomagnetic field meets the onrushing solar wind. Most portals are small and short-lived. Others are yawning, vast, and sustained. Energetic particles can flow through the openings, heating Earth's upper atmosphere, sparking geomagnetic storms, and igniting bright polar auroras. NASA is planning a mission called MMS, short for Magnetospheric Multiscale Mission, due to launch in 2014 to study the phenomenon. Bristling with energetic particle detectors and magnetic sensors, the 4 spacecraft of MMS will spread out in Earth's magnetosphere and surround the portals to observe how they work. Just one problem: finding them. Magnetic portals are invisible, unstable, and elusive. They open and close without warning, and there are no signposts to guide us in, notes Scudder. Actually, there are signposts, and Scudder has found them. Portals form via the process of magnetic reconnection. Mingling lines of magnetic force from the Sun and Earth crisscross and join to create the openings. X points are where the crisscross takes place.
The sudden joining of
Okay. Where does the portals, the gateways open? When a magnetic field of the Sun and the magnetic of the field of the Earth join in place, they suspect that the portal happens in this area. For example, if a gate opens here and you're here, you quickly go the other side. And NASA is sending probes because they saw the gate and they're making research over it. But if the doors open, they don't go to another universe. They will go to the Sun. Okay.
The sudden joining of magnetic fields can propel jets of charged particles from the X point, creating an electron diffusion region. To learn how to pinpoint these events, Scudder looked at data from a space probe that orbited Earth more than 10 years ago. In the late 1990s, NASA's Polar spacecraft spent years in Earth's magnetosphere, explains Scudder, and it encountered many X points during its mission. Because Polar carried sensors similar to those of MMS, Scudder decided to see how an X point looked to Polar. Using Polar data, we have found 5 simple combinations of magnetic field and energetic particle measurements that tell us when we've come across an X point or an electron diffusion region. A single spacecraft, properly instrumented, can make these measurements. This means that a single member of the MMS constellation, using the diagnostics, can find a portal and alert other members of the constellation. Mission planners long thought that MMS might have to spend a year or so learning to find portals before it could study them. Scudder's work shortcuts the process, allowing MMS to get to work without delay. It's a shortcut worthy of the best portals of fiction. Only this time, the portals are real. And with the new signposts, we know how to find them. For a portal to more NASA science news, visit science.nasa.gov.
We watched a small video from NASA Science. This is NASA made this reportage, and they are sure there are portals, that there are gateways, and they are sending probes to find the gateways and to study them more. It's not fiction, it's true. This is science at NASA.government. Okay, they are sure there are gateways, but they don't know too much about it. We will